Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving deep into the real state of AI in Taiwan's marketing world. We're going to look at what's happening right now and what it all means as we head into 2026. It is so great to have you here with us at the Flow Tao Salon. We are about to unpack some seriously fascinating data about a revolution that is, well, it's happening as we speak. And this quote right here, it just perfectly sets the stage. We've officially moved past the what if phase. You know, the era of just playing around with AI, of just experimenting, that's over. We are now squarely in the how-to era. This is the year of practice, of real-world application and real-world impact. Now, all the insights we're covering today, they come straight from a huge study by Taiwan's Digital Media and Marketing Association. You'll hear it called the DMA. And this is a big deal. They represent 160 member companies, so this data gives us an incredible boots-on-the-ground look at what's actually going on. All right, let's jump in. Here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with just how widespread AI has become. Then we'll get into the reality of who's adopting it and how fast. We'll look at what it's being used for right now versus what's just around the corner, tackle the biggest challenges everyone's facing, and then wrap up with the 3 key things you need to know for the future. So, first up, let's just get a sense of how massive this AI wave really is. We're talking about something that's no longer a niche tool for the super tech savvy. It's a fundamental shift for the entire industry. And here is the number that just says it all. A truly staggering 98% of companies in Taiwan's digital marketing space have started exploring or experimenting with AI. Think about that. That is near total saturation. It's not a question of if companies are using AI anymore. It's all about how. But, you know, that 98% number, as impressive as it is, it kind of hides a more complicated story. Just because everyone's dipping their toes in the water doesn't mean everyone is swimming laps. The reality is something the report calls two-speed adoption. The best way to think about it is like a highway. You've got this small group of companies flying by in the fast lane, scaling AI across their entire business, while pretty much everyone else is still on the entrance ramp just trying to figure out the controls. Now this chart, this really breaks down that two-speed reality perfectly. You can see that a full 63%, that's a huge majority, are still in the initial or exploring phases. Only about a third have truly woven AI into the very fabric of how they operate. That's the 20% in structured and the 13% in mature. And this just brilliantly shows where that divide is the sharpest. Your tech-focused application and media companies, they're way out in front. But look at the agencies, they're lagging a bit behind at just 26%. And that often makes sense because they're not just adopting AI for themselves. They also have to think about whether their clients are ready for it. Okay, so everyone's jumping in, from the leaders to the explorers. So what's the big pull? What are companies actually getting from AI right this minute? The number one benefit is so dominant, it really deserves its own slide. A massive 80% of companies pointed to one specific area as the single biggest win from AI. Go ahead, take a guess what it is. And there it is, efficiency. 80% say AI's top benefit is making content creation better and faster. It's all about doing more quickly. Right behind that, you've got cost reduction and getting smarter insights from data. So for now, AI is basically an operational powerhouse. Absolutely not. While efficiency is sort of the low-hanging fruit that everyone's grabbing, the really forward-thinking companies, well, they're already looking at a much bigger prize. And here we go. Almost half of all the companies surveyed are looking beyond just making old processes better. They see AI as a tool for real innovation, for building brand new services and revenue streams that just weren't even possible before. This is that huge shift from doing things better to doing better things. But of course, a massive tech shift like this is never a walk in the park. To get the full picture, we have to talk about the very real challenges, the growing pains, that companies are dealing with as they try to find their way in this new world. And these challenges are pretty significant. The number one roadblock? The absolutely dizzying pace of change. 46% say the tech is just updating too fast to keep up. Right behind that, you have really critical concerns about data security and privacy. And look at that tie for third place. Companies are struggling to figure out which of the thousands of tools are right for them, and they just don't have the skilled people to use them. It's tough out there. So, what does this all add up to? How do we move forward from here? Let's just boil all of this data down into the 3 most important takeaways from the DMA's report. Think of these as the strategic keys for anyone who wants to win in the age of AI. Okay, number 1. Shift beyond just efficiency. The real home run with AI isn't just about cutting costs, it's about creating new ways to win. Second, build trust through governance. Clients are demanding to know how this stuff works, so having clear rules for AI isn't just about staying out of trouble, it's a competitive advantage. And third, and this is so important, invest in people, not just tools. The tech is basically useless without skilled teams who actually know how to use it. I love this quote from the report because it just perfectly sums up that first point. Clients are not paying for your cool AI tools or for cheaper content. What they're buying is better results. The ultimate promise of AI isn't just to make marketing cheaper, it's to make it more successful, period. So, we started this whole thing by saying that the year of practice has arrived. It's not about watching from the sidelines anymore. The data is crystal clear. The industry is on the move. The leaders are pulling away, and the challenges are very real. So the only question left to ask is, are you and is your strategy ready for what's coming next?